fan now. Yeah, much better. Wow. What's up, ground pounder? What's up, Dan? 102 degrees. It's been miserable. It's been a muggy heat too, so it's been pretty rough to deal with. I actually, I kind of feel still crappy, but I dealt with like headaches for a couple days after one of my days out in it. It just gets rough. So what's up, Brandon? I heard from a little birdie. It's possible. It's very, very, very possible. Zachary, what's up? Yeah, I'm just kind of feeling a bit rough today. I'm going to try to make it through this, but I'm going to make it through this no matter what. It's just, that's it. I'm not feeling the best. Even the hat on my head makes my head hurt a little bit, so. Yeah, it gets rough sometimes, Brandon. Bad for you. What's up, man? What up, Tim? Well. Let's see, where do I want to start this week? This is episode, I guess it's episode 78. So last time we made it up over 100 or so. I don't even remember what day we used to do this on, but we was there every day, or every week at that time, repeatedly. I think we went for 2 years without missing one. What's up, Super Dave? What's up, Jimmy? Yeah, it's finally cooled off here because of the rain for just a little bit, but it's like, everybody's still paying for the just being beat to hell, it felt like, when the heat was here. Like I said, my head still feels kind of all swimmy, but yes, let's go ahead and get it going, Brandon. The man in the house, yeah. 95. What's up, Isaac? Alright, so, I have something kind of fun I'm going to do. I'm going to do, and I've been wanting to do this for a while, I've decided I'm going to do it, and actually, I am going to leave it up for discussion during this entire live feed. You guys can help. We're going to do a tier list for YouTube tree climbers. And I am going to try to include as many as possible. The tiers is the part that I wanted to kind of incognito, yeah. The tiers is what I was going to discuss. I have 10 different tiers that a climber can fall onto. And I'm going to release this not as a live feed, it'll be an edited video. I think I can make the visuals a little more appealing and a little funner to watch. and I can be a little more precise and probably include a lot more guys in that. Some that we don't talk about and stuff, so. Well, steal it back, man. Steal it back. What up, Owen? So, we'll do a tier list. Now, some people would say this is in order from good to bad. But this is in no particular order. I'm not saying one's better than the other one. They're just tiers. And what we'll do is we'll have the tiers, and then we will bring up a YouTuber, tree guy, and we will put them in one of those tiers. If you don't know how a tier video works. So, I want to try to keep up. Oh, really? I didn't know nothing about it, brother. So here's my tiers that I have so far. I'm gonna leave this open. If you guys want to add one, let me know. But we're gonna try to do a huge tier list for all the tree guys that I can. It may have to do multiple parts, but here's what I have so far. You have OG Master. So no crying tear. Well, hang on. It depends on if you get your butt like hurt a little bit when you end up in a tier that you don't want to be in. But that was a West Coast Soul comment. I was there for 3 hours. Too many people. Oh, Tim, you went? Holy shit. Right on. Okay, so you have OG Master. So what I would kind of mean by that is one of the guys that made this popular, because it is very trendy popular. If you do tree work, you record yourself and put it on the internet now. So you OG Master. You kind of get a pass in my book most of the time if you land in that category. Then you have Innovator. Just a YouTube tree guy. Say, that would be the next one. So an innovator, that's self-explanatory. They bring in new things to YouTube, not just, hey, same videos that you've seen other people do. So you have OG Master, innovator. Third tier would be YouTube tree guy. So let's just say you're just a guy who, yeah, I'm gonna try to even go towards all the smaller guys that do, and maybe bring some attention towards their channels anyway. So that was mainly the purpose when we started doing this, was just bringing some attention to some smaller channels. But then it just kind of morphed into what it is, and then YouTube allegedly got a hold of me, said they needed a sheriff, the whole thing, and then I'm the sheriff. So, the log show for a little while, but I left early. Dude, if you were limping, it better be because you rolled your ankle doing a backflip. That's all I got to say. What the? It's not the mic anchor. No. You spelled my. When you're probably talking about yourself. You spelled my wrong. You put you spelled it, just did it wrong. Okay. So you have just regular tree guys, just somebody that maybe just documents what they do. Next tier, I would say tubes too hard. So you're not just a tree guy that documents stuff. You focus more on the I want to be a YouTuber kind of thing. That would be where that one would fall for me. So tubes too hard. That one I feel like is going to be a popular one. I'm going to have a lot of people in that. The fifth one would be an accident waiting to happen. It's pretty self-explanatory, right? Oh, that's lame. You should have jumped back on him. That's not. Tim is a liar. And that's false. That's false. False information right there. About to get yourself thrown back in jail. That's not cool. Fishing right now. Just trying to catch one. I don't like this. What up, John? So, an accident waiting to happen. Then you have, for like the sixth one, I would say a stan, a copycat, a wannabe. So, that would be where you get those guys that you can tell that they're just scrolling back through old, like other people's content and then regurgitating it. You know, like, okay, so it's been 10 months since this guy did this. I can do it now. Or, you know, I seen this guy do it and I now know, so I have to do it. That, yeah, I don't know. You can see some of these guys, they'll lose what they do. Their style will totally change. Everything will change because they find a new person that they envy. Yeah, it's just so. Then 7 is your half-priced Harry. You really probably shouldn't be doing tree work, but you're doing it, and you're getting by. What's up, Jace? Move this all down on the whiteboard. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I should have. But the whiteboard's small. And I have a. You know what sucks? I have this enormous whiteboard over on the other side, the other portion of my shed. It's huge, but it's had a conversation when my daughter was really little. That thing's so old then. It's got dry erase marker on it. And we used to do her elf on a shelf, and she would, like, Santa Claus would check in, and the elf would check in and leave notes for her, and she would write back. And it's still on there. I can't bring myself to erase it, so I'll probably just buy another one. I'm probably not ever going to erase that, so I just can't. Jack-o'-lite Joe. What up? Oh, what up? Buck, yeah? What up, brother? Oh, yeah, and big shout out to Buck, yeah, Jay, Ground Pounder, Super Shay, 5 Chris 5, my brother, and James. Like, thanks for everybody that does the memberships. That's basically what's kind of keeping the channel going. As far as it's stressful to go in the hole for this. I've been doing this for so long, and I've spent so much money doing content that it just sucks sometimes. So, Half Price Harry. You know who Half Price Harry is. He probably shouldn't be doing tree work, but he's doing it. He's doing his thing. He's trying to get it done. Finishing. Can I get a shout out? Just started YouTube. Yeah, sure. Finishing Bros. B. What do you do, Finishing Bros? You can super chat, or you can go join my memberships. It's $5 or it's $4.99 a month. I do full edited content there. Everything's there without any ads. I don't monetize it, so there's no ads or anything on the memberships. And then when I have enough people, I'll start doing some live feeds and stuff for you guys too that are just members live feeds. So I'm going to be doing a lot more of those review videos, and then I don't know, maybe the tier video will come up on regular YouTube. I don't know yet. I'm still kind of trying to decide if I'm going to put it on regular YouTube or it being on memberships. So I'm going to talk about my memberships in just a second because, yeah, so my 8th category, I would say Oil Up Daddy. That was sick. I don't know, man. I don't know. What do you oil up with, though? we're not using baby oil over here. If we're oiling up, we're using bar oil. It's going to get sticky, okay? Things are going to get sticky. It's going to have the elasticity to our stickiness is going to far surpass like any baby oil kind of stuff. So come in here asking crazy questions. Okay, the 8th category would be an idiot with a chainsaw. I think I kind of fall into that category. So if when I have to put myself on there, when I have to put Steelborn on there, probably he falls into either idiot with a chainsaw or this next one, which would be potato-shaped Noker user. I gotta thank my wife a little bit for that one, because originally it was just Noker user, and then she hit me with the, I figured you'd say potato-shaped, and I'm like, ho ho, yes sir, there we go, now we got it. So, the 9th one, potato-shaped Noker user, and then the last one will be a life sentence in the dungeon. So, if you guys come up with any good category names, let me know. We'll maybe throw them in there and add them in. But yeah, I want to do that tier list. That'll be coming up, and we'll probably discuss a little more. Okay, so this week, beginning of my week, apparently a video was put out by another YouTuber, and I was threatened to cease and desist making videos. Like I don't know why. I don't know why. Why would you do that? So this same fella is already suing a bunch of other guys in a federal case over tree work, or not even tree work, over chainsaws. So yeah, a video came out on his channel. That would be the I'm not giving his channel a shout out. It's this potato-shaped feller. He put out a video apparently that said that I didn't even get to see it. I was told by my subscribers that a video came out. I was told to cease and desist making videos anymore. That basically I'm going to end up in the lawsuit. So, I don't think I did anything wrong. Here's how I see it. If you put out your content on YouTube, there's a little thing, before you upload every single video, there's this little thing. I've already lost track of the list. Yeah, I probably should have wrote them down, but yeah, I wonder if I could fit just this part of my of this on there, and then you could screenshot it, and then if we find any more, or you guys come up with any better ones, let me know, and we'll add them. So I don't want you seeing any of my notes for the day. But, oh my god, it's going to be backwards too. But there you go. Or could I put it like that? There you go. That kind of almost fits in there. But don't, who cares? Who cares? I'll do the work. You don't have to do that. I have those there for a reason too. I'm scatterbrained right now, alright? So I was told to cease and desist. Okay, when you upload a video, there's this little thing that says, would you like to allow people to remix your content? So if you're a person that has a lot of extra feelings, you know, you're just maybe not born with them, but you live too far onto the West Coast. Tim falls in that category. If we were doing a tier list right now, that Tim would in there. But you just have too many feelings, and you get your feelings hurt all the time. You should, if you're putting out content, go there and say, no, I would like to not allow people to remix my content. It's like 1, 2. I just saw on his notes, it's all fucking good. No, it's not. No, it's not. You better stop. I feel like I gotta chill on sometimes. I don't know. Alright, so stop. Uh, so, you just gotta click that. If you don't want me to redo your video, or the potential for me to redo your video, just do that. So, only reason I put the video up, and I did the one, is, what'd Tim say? Dude, don't. Everybody's trying to sue me right now. I don't like it. Fucking is demand and an old school tree man. He is. He is. 100%. 100%. You can be a downright great human being and still be narcissistic and be very, I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't, it's the person and the character. I more am gonna usually talk about the character. Um, and it is what it is. Like, I like bucking. I hate that. I think sometimes my message comes off wrong, and people don't read it correctly, and they think that I dislike somebody because I said something that wasn't positive about them. But there it is. There it is. Everything is not positive. That's just life. Like real life, everything is not positive. Everyone is not kind. Like, and if you're always the positive, kind person, those negative people that will kind of bully you, or walk on you and shit like that. So I don't know. I'm more rooted in reality. The message of be good to people, treat people. I treat people the way that I would like to be treated. I do razz and use a lot of sarcasm during this part. That's just me. That's just me. But yeah. Love-hate relationship. Yeah, well, sometimes. Yeah, that's it. I think sometimes the message comes off like, if we're doing that tier list, so I would say Buckin, the Logger, OG Master. Buckin, the Tree Climber, not so much. The modern day right now, like not what he's done before, what he does right now. So it's like, I don't know. But yeah, I keep getting off topic though. I didn't do anything wrong to Homeboy for him to be telling me to cease and desist making videos. Apparently that video came up and was up for 5 minutes and he pulled the video down. I think it was him just being, yeah, I agree there, Brandon. I think his feelings were instantly hurt, and he jumped on here and was like, rah, 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 rah. So he was mad and decided to threaten me to stop making videos because I took a clip of one of his videos and put my face on it and asked a question. Is this true? That's all I said. Is this true? So, how would you get mad if somebody just did that? If somebody took one of your videos, took a clip from it and said, is this true? Now, the only way you're going to get mad is if you were lying and your lie comes out, maybe. That would be where I would get mad. So, what he was doing at the time, he was trying to sell his replica chainsaws, and people were trying to port them and stuff, and people were talking about porting. So he had this big, I hate porting, and he says those guys are in a cult, and they're with the rest of the chainsaw cult, and he says porting does nothing. It messes your chainsaws up. So I documented that. That's all I did. I had to document that small little clip. The reason for that is he is now trying to sell everyone ported chainsaws. So this wasn't even something I caught. This was a different commenter on one of his videos. I was going through the comments, and the guy said, "It's wild to see that you now, what happened to the cult of porting? Did you change your mind?" Well, Steve doesn't acknowledge that kind of stuff. So then I started to look back, and I'm like, holy smokes. And I also wouldn't even be so much, like, he wouldn't even be in my list of channels to watch, mainly. What up, BR? But he is in the middle. He says that this lawsuit is about to happen. I want to know if Indiana Doug has been served papers for this lawsuit. I would like to know if the other guy got served papers. Fabs Akers, he should, maybe he'll see this video. If he does, I would like to know if Fabs was actually served papers, because he's being sued also, because somewhere along the way they just didn't get along, and now Steve is putting him in the lawsuit too. So whatever. I didn't do nothing wrong. I just pointed out your idiocracy and how quickly you flip-flopped. Like, that's the hypocrisy in what you did, saying don't get a ported chainsaw, it ruins chainsaws, blah blah. He just dogged on anything that had anything to do with porting chainsaws, that it's trash. And within a year, he is now trying to mass produce a ported chainsaw, which I don't know how that works. I don't know. And like, him and Fabs are like trying to get the EPA involved in their argument and all kinds. Like, it's chaos. So I've been watching it. That video, I think my phone heard me say, I wish I could see one of his old videos where he talked bad about porting, and then all of a sudden it legit popped up in my feed a couple days later. And I'm like, huh, that's crazy. I watched it. I took that little clip. That's where we're at. He says for me to cease and desist. He threatened me. And then he pulled the video down. So, I would like to know if anybody got a chance to see it, what all it said. But, who cares? I don't really care what he says anyway, because I didn't do anything wrong. But, yeah, there's that. What's the deal with, the slanted back cut? This is something I don't think I'll ever get. That the information is just not getting out there. Now, I know why people attempt this. Because at one point, I attempted it when I was younger. Because my just what I thought was common sense told me this will make it easier to make it go over. And it turned out not to be. So, you have your tree. Damn it. You have your tree. Alright, and then you put your notch in there. Okay. So, you make a slanted. Now, we should actually make this tree more straight up and down to make the example work a little better. So, normal cut will be right across. It'll be a little above the bottom plate on a traditional one. It'll be like, if it came into the notch, it'd be right above where it meets. There's a reason for that. That gives that tipping point a nice area to go off of. So, some people in the home, it's like the homeowner cut. Instead of coming in straight onto the back like you should, they do this. And they cut down into it at this weird straight down angle. Now, tell me one area in tree work where that seems to be. Well, here, I'll give it to you. There's no sense in sitting here guessing for a while. Now, if we were doing crane work, we're doing that cut. The reason for that, and the reason that in crane work you would want to use a V-cut like that, is it because it makes a tree move? No. It's because it keeps it absolutely stationary. It holds it into place. So, when you're making that downward cut, you're basically making a bypass cut. And you're making like a snap cut. It's going to end up popping eventually. The tree is not going to begin to move. It is going to sit down at one point. When you make that downward cut, if you've ever made a slice cut, a salami cut, you'll know when you take that and you make that cut there, it will set back on it. So what you've done as you start to cut downward, you've instantly gave the tree a little bit of sit back. Then you keep cutting, hammer wedges in, keep cutting. Before you know it, you've absolutely bypassed it, and you're not making a slanted back cut. It's not helping you. It's actually making it worse. And you've made a bypass cut where it's almost like a V cut in crane work. I understand why people try it, because I thought maybe it would work. You know, if I start to make that downward cut, it should hold and cut. My brain at one point told me that it would work. Instantly, as I tried, I'm like, oh no, that doesn't work at all. It always sets back and pinches my saw every single time. So, never heard of a salami cut? Yeah, a salami cut would be like if I was cutting this whole top right there, I would make the cut like that. And if you've ever seen, like some people, I've heard it called a pepperoni cut, a slice cut, you know, just a fast cut. There's so many different names for it, so. It undermines the hinge, can blow out in the back wedge, yep. Just bad stuff, yeah. And as soon as you're getting that setback, as you're trying to put wedges in there, it's just a losing battle. So we're going to talk about that wedge thing. But I put out a couple videos this week where I've seen some of the gnarliest, like, fails that I've ever seen when it comes to falling trees. And they both used an angled back cut. And it's not a coincidence that the two big fails that I've seen this week involved a slanted back cut. That's what happens. Kind of hungry now. What the hell? Provolone sandwich right on. That's sick. I just got back from getting a pizza. I went and got a breakfast pizza before I started here from Casey's. You're not straight. You're not hillbilly or hick enough or enough of a redneck if your favorite pizza place isn't also your gas station. So just stating facts, okay? How many people will still make that back? 100%. Yeah, and I hate it because I hate that at one point my brain also told me that would never in my brain did I think this is going to negatively affect what I'm about to do. I thought at best it's going to help. At worst it'll just do what the other, like the straight back cut does. Boy, was I wrong. So yeah, that was insane, wasn't that? Absolutely destroyed every piece of that house to the point that you hoped that there was nothing living inside that house. No animals, no kids inside, no family. Like, it was crazy. Did you? I think I don't think mine delivers. But, yeah. Yeah, I love me some Casey's pizza. All right. All right, the last thing I'll talk about before we get into the violations for the week is yeah, definitely not fixable. Um, so there was a comment this week from a subscriber that I I really enjoy. He's been here forever. He's always leaves comments. Like I'm bummed to say that I feel like I've upset one of my subscribers that I really like. So I'm not gonna say anybody's name because I don't know if he wants anybody to know, or like I didn't ask him if it's okay to do this, but he's bummed it. Like he's kind of, maybe he didn't say he's mad, but I'm sure he's bummed with me because I don't put my videos anymore on the channel, regular channel. Yeah, I got a bacon, egg, and cheese breakfast pizza. That's my jam. So, yeah, he says he doesn't really get what I'm doing, and he really, really liked my videos and misses the fact that I don't put them out anymore, and he doesn't like that he can't access my content anymore. And okay, so I apologize that I'm not just giving every bit of it away for free like I've done for a decade. Okay? I've spent a lot of money. I've spent plenty of time. And I've dealt with it not being profitable, let's just say, for a decade. I've spent a decade putting out content nonstop on the regular. I didn't take no breaks. I just, for a decade straight, I've given you everything I can think to do with tree work and chainsaws and this and that. So I'm bummed out at the state of what tree work is now on YouTube. Some of it is so cringy I can't watch it. Some of it's so annoying I can't watch it. Some of it is just some of the ones that I really, really liked and enjoyed have changed. And you know, I'm not stoked to be like, oh yeah, I do YouTube tree work for YouTube. I wish people went back to just putting the content out the way they used to, and not worrying about trying to give a clickbait title or making a certain kind of a video because it gets more views. That's the part I don't like. It's embarrassing to me, some of the stuff. I don't want to be associated with it, and I can't sit there and be like, it's not about the views. It's not about the views. Okay? If I keep putting my stuff out on the regular, hoping for them views, it kind of is about the views. So I have people that support the channel with $4.99 every week or every month, and they get all the content. Those people, I appreciate the hell out of it. I am about to do something in an upcoming live feed. So if you're somebody who, and I'll give a heads up the week before, I'm going to give away some memberships. I'm just going to pay for them myself and give some of you guys some memberships. I want to make sure that I give you a little heads up. So maybe you're not. I think you have to be subscribed to be able to get them. But I'll give you a heads up. I'm going to give some away because I want you to, try it out. Maybe you like it. I feel like I'm putting out probably my best videos that I've done, and except for the last one. Not so much the last one, but that was like lost content that I thought was gone, and then I found it somehow. But yeah, I need to show some appreciation to those people that do support the channel by joining the membership. So that's where my regular content goes. I have been putting out more content than I ever did before. And my analytics are higher than they were. So I haven't put one video out. Not a single video out on my channel. All my full content that I used to do is all on memberships. There's like, I don't know, I've put out like maybe 6 videos, maybe 6 to 10 videos since I started doing this. They're all over on memberships. My analytics are higher now when I stop putting that content out. Plus, I'm giving the members something that you can't just get from the regular channel. I feel like I need to give them something that you don't get from the regular channel. But yeah, I'm not spending all this time no more. Like, I don't want to talk about the memberships. If you want to join, I appreciate the hell out of it. But I am going to do some giveaways. I'll give you guys a heads up before I do it. Maybe try out to where you can try a month. I'll buy a few months and give them away. I think there's a way so I can gift them. So I think anyone else can do the same thing. You can gift memberships to the chat. I just gotta dial in exactly how I do that. So let's see. Yeah, do it. I don't know if you could do all that, but if you can, do it. That's funny. Alright. Let's start. First channel. It's a new one. We're gonna shout. I gotta give. Well, one of you guys put me onto this channel. I don't want to say who, but somebody put me onto this channel. Shout out to you. Thank you. The channel is Lumber Joe. At Lumber Joe. So this week at Lumber Joe put out Milwaukee Forged 8.0 batteries. Nothing but hype or real power. So apparently this is a video where he's going to try to try out a different kind of battery and see if it works better in his saw. So, alright, I'm going to get I don't want to. I keep getting off. I'm going to get into this. So if I miss your comment, I'm sorry. I'll keep trying to look. So the video starts. There's an intro. Really cool. I'm like, oh, this is kind of sick. It's got a cool logo at the end. The logo for the channel has a guy. He's cutting a log. He's got a chainsaw. And he's got this really cool thing that they call a hard hat. It's awesome. It's really, it's an innovation that they came out with. Oh shoot, here's one right here. Check this out. So, is there a reason that sticker and that hard hat are together? Who knows? I don't know. Maybe. But those little things right there, they're really cool. What they do is keep you from being dumber. Like, I don't need to be hitting my head. When I ride my motorcycle, I wear a helmet. I'm stupid enough. I'm already dumb enough. Don't need to be dumber. Oh. That was a gift to me from my friend, fucking Billy Ray. He sent me that. I know, that's what I'm saying. I mean, at least it's not, yeah, at least it's not a vital area. Yeah. Yeah, soldier of kindness. Yep. those were the original people when I first started watching Buck, and he has his Soldiers of Kindness, and they like donate like $50 a month or something. Like it's like he has a bunch of them. He did that long before memberships ever started. He just started his own thing where people donate, and then yeah, it turned into its own thing called the Soldiers of Kindness. I think that may be the reason that he's able to do his work and not charge for it. It may be the I'm not saying that 50 times. My tongue's already tied up. That thing that it says, his comment. So on this channel, I've noticed they regularly will film themselves without hard hats. So I don't like that. I don't like that. Nope, not at all. Something has to give. I can't. I don't know what to categorize. I'm writing him a ticket. Like he's getting a ticket. I just don't know what to put the ticket on. It's like a seatbelt ticket. You know what I mean? Because if you want to be dumb, you can be dumb. You don't have to wear your seatbelt. You don't have to do none of that stuff. Like, so, but it's just not. It's against the rules. It's against the rules. You should have a damn hard hat on. I don't like it. And then one of the guys, I don't even know if he maybe ever wears a hard hat, but like I don't really know the dynamic. I'm gonna get more into this channel. I'm gonna figure it out a little more. But one of the guys looks like, I don't know, who does he look like? He looks like somebody, and I just can't think. He looks like Paulie Tuttle, little Paulie Jr. from Orange County Choppers. He kind of looks like him, but then he kind of looks like Mikey if they were together. I don't know. But wear a hard hat. That's what I got to say. You should put a damn hard hat on your melon. Do it. Just do it. So one of the fellas, I guess his name would probably, I don't know anybody's name. I'm gonna call them both. Both you guys get to be Joe. So Skinny Joe, so like he says he's climbing these oak trees, but the first one he climbed looked like an oak tree, but the second one he climbed kind of looked like an elm tree to me. I may be wrong. And so I reserve the right to not be made fun of if I'm wrong. Mainly because I'm the sheriff, but also because, I mean, isn't that the typical tree guy thing where you, like, you know, you see somebody doing something, you got to tell them you're better. And that's what I'm trying to do right here. I'm just trying to tell him I'm better than him. I know what tree you're climbing. You don't know what tree you're climbing. I might be wrong, though. And I don't really like being wrong. So we're on the fence about that one. I think it was an elm tree. He says it's an oak tree. Whatever. It was the second tree he did. But they put out another video right before that. And I think it was, this video may have came up, it was like right before our last week's live feed, and it was called "You Won't Believe How Close This Tree Is." Wear a hard hat. I have that wrote again. Wear a hard hat. Yeah, I mean, wear a hard hat. Make yourself look more professional. On top of that, not only are you being safe and, you know, not as reckless, like you're trying to err on the side of caution, you look more professional. You don't look like your typical landscaper or lawn service guy that's out there trying to cut a tree, or a homeowner. There's no reason for me to, like, okay, if I cruised by and I looked over, sometimes I wouldn't be able to tell who's the homeowner, who's the workers. And I don't really like that. I don't like that. So, You should put a hard hat on. And on top of, when you put we get one with a face mask, I don't even want to look at you. Put a hard hat on. Yeah, that's it. And then they're following this tree, and this tree is going across this little concrete, well, it's like a brick patio they made with these little flat bricks. And they have it set up. And I don't like this either. So, we could basically use our picture that we already have. It was like this. They were going to fall it. Like, there's this little patio thing like right here. And they're going to fall across it. So, I don't really know why, but they had a ratchet strap. Or maybe it was a toe strap. I don't know what the hell it was. It looked like a ratchet strap to me, but it was tied off at the base down here, maybe even further down. Like right above the cut. And then it was like tied off to this little stick over here that was sticking out of the ground. And I don't even know what it was meant to do. It didn't really make any sense to me. But it was like tied off over here. Tied around. Okay. So, now, they were on flat ground. There was no hill. You don't need a drift line. But they had it set up. And they made their cut at least better than the other guy. The one on the house. They made their cut, and they beat wedges for, I think, 30 minutes. Because the tree maybe had a little bit of a backlean, and there was a house right here too in the video. So that was the sketchy part. The house is there, and they're hammering wedges into their cut, and as they'd hammer it in, it spit the wedge back out. And they'd hammer it in and spit it back out. So, it just, I'm telling you now, when you're buying wedges, if you ever have to stack wedges, you don't want cheap wedges. If you're ever in a real crucial spot where you need to bang wedges, you don't want cheap wedges. There's a reason that certain ones have a bit of a different design. Now, I'm going to show you this. Now, let me make sure that was it for them. Yeah, that's it for them. They finally get it to go over, but I'm telling you, they sat there for about 30 minutes banging on wedges. It was crazy to see, but they did it. Now, they were using a weird little, like, orange mallet to bang on their wedges. That had part of the reason that it was kind of all janky and messed up. But it wasn't the full reason. The main reason, I think, that it was all messy is because they were using crappy, cheap wedges. So, let's look at these. Now, here is one of your regular steel wedges. Now, if you look close there, if I turn it to the side, you can see there's a bit of a texture. You can start to see it a little bit on these. A little bit of a texture that's kind of nice. What that does is help grab and hold it into place. So, this is one of the longer steel wedges that they make. Now, if you switched over to something like this here, this is called a roughneck wedge. I believe originally it was the same size as this. It's been cut, actually I think it broke, and I refiled it off. And if you look at the profile, it's really, really fat. So these wedges, totally different. If you look here on the back of this one, it is slick, smooth. Only thing that's there is some sap. It's like there's no texture to this. On the other side, there's like a wood grain texture almost. It's kind of hard to see, but there's a texture to this. And that's the reason it holds into place better on top. So the issue is these cheaper wedges are made with a different kind of plastic too at times. And that plastic being slick and the profile on it maybe being a little too thick makes it doesn't want to start and get a good bite to stay into place. Now if you notice on some of these wedges, there's a little slice cut out in it. That's to create a bit of a channel. As it goes in, it sinks into right there. Gives it a spot to kind of grab. That same way with this one. The back side, slick. This side, texture. I think people don't realize that there is a certain way that you know, if you're having it spit out, a lot of these wedges, no matter if it's a cheaper one or a more expensive one, can be flipped over and get some texture to the spot where you would need. Now, if it's pressing down, a lot of times you're going to want that texture to be on the top. It's going to push onto the tree, and the tree's actually starting to move its angle. So you need this to bite into that, not it to bite into the stump. So a lot of them you'll see the logos on top, textures up here, slick on bottom. They got those two grooves though. Even the Husqvarna wedge, which this one also probably used to be as long as all the other ones. Like there's a chunk from that steel one that was broke. I actually use this sometimes when I'm climbing. It's got a hole drilled into it where a carabiner can go, and I can put it into the cut. It's what I used to use, and then make my fast cuts when I'm chunking down a spar. I'll use these. It's just I didn't want to throw it away. I'm like, I can still use that, and that works really good on those salami cuts and stuff. So the Husqvarna one, same thing, slick on back. It's got texture like a wood grain up here on front, and also has that channel cut out into it to give two different surface areas for it to hit. If it creates that groove and has multiple surface, it's more likely to get a bite and to actually go in. So Husqvarna, I think someone probably gave me this. That's the only reason I have this. They try to make a wedge, and it looks like the steel one. Here's one that I came up with a long time ago. So this is a little steel wedge. Same thing. It's got the cuts to make different areas of surface. Bite in a little bit. On the back, slick. On the top, it's got a bit of a texture to it. So with this one, I took a like a keychain. It's all rusty now. It needs oil put into it, but this is like a janitor's keychain. I could clip it onto my belt and extend this out. And I just took a little eyelet screw, screwed it into the end, and then used the ring. So it's mounted onto the side because anywhere else I put the eyelet would have messed with how I use it. So if I put the eyelet on the back, it's in the way of where I need to swing. And if I put it up here or back here, it gets stuck into the cut. This way, it's skinny enough, if you notice, that the back of this, it will travel into it, even if I need to sink the wedge all the way. The problem is, you gotta kind of watch the ring. You can't let it get into that position. As long as it stays over like this, you can sink this wedge completely into it. And when this keychain thing is working correctly, it sucks back up to your lanyard or to your climb line or your climb belt when you're done. But yeah, that was my old way. So old way when I'm up in the tree and I need a wedge was this. Then I come up with this. Okay, and then here's another one. Now, same way here, and I thought maybe this one would be different, but it's not. Oh yeah, actually, okay, so this one has a bit of a texture on both sides. On the bottom, and on the top. But check out the profile to this wedge. So skinny, 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 and then right here, it has extra lift there. So if you have trouble getting one started sometimes, this one, much more narrow as it goes in. For a long, the taper is so much smaller than it is with one of these. And then there's a reason we don't use these metal ones, because if you look at any of my wedges, they've all been cut. Chainsaw usually kicks back into them, or you hammer them into your saw, and then it chews the ends up real bad. So also, these things mushroom like crazy, and you got to trim that off a lot of times. I don't much care for that. So these, I'd keep some just in case sometimes. Plus, I used to use them sometimes when I would split wood. Look at how old this one is and how mushroomed that head is. I think this was one I used when I was a kid. It was my dad's. So. And then you got, if you've ever split wood and you've never tried one of these cones, these things are sick. For that piece that you can't get split, this will get it split. Alright. And then I have one, well actually I have two more. So I have this one. This is called hardhead wedges. And let me see, it's trash. I think I would not, well hang on. This is what I'm going to do. No, I'm not doing that. This is trash. I bought this. This had a metal head here. That's why all this JB Weld is there now. It has a metal piece that goes in, had a metal plate right here. And you can hammer it, then you wouldn't get the mushrooming or anything. Plus, you can just beat the hell out of the thing. I loved this wedge for the very short period of time that it was actually functional. Until it broke off, I used an entire container of JB Weld to put it back in. That's straight trash. First time I smacked it with a hammer, it broke right back off. But you still have a plastic wedge. It's just, it's got metal on the inside of it. But yeah, whatever. So I'll keep using it as a plastic wedge. But yeah, hardhead wedges. It had, I think it was red colored. So they're yellow with a red head on them. That's shit. I don't like that. Like, your product should work much longer than that before it falls apart. So I'm not a fan. I think that's junk. I'm going to throw these in here, and then I'm going to show you. Now remember I said that was my original one. Then I went to this. I'm pretty fast, Babylon. I'm pretty fast, man. Here. So I moved to this. Here's a little tip for you guys to climb. Here's what I use. I use this little pocket wedge for any of those weird salami cuts. I have some throw ball string that's attached to it. It's a very simple setup where I can just take it off the carabiner real quick. That loop goes through and it's daisy chained. And all I gotta do, I could do that with one hand. Now I've got, I don't know, maybe 5 feet almost of string. It's got this little clip on the end of it. And I can use that, put it into my cuts, and then let it fall. And it's just dangling from my saddle. I can pull up on it, you know, grab it, stick it into the next cut. The way it's connected is just out over on one of those little prongs. And then I'm just able to, I try to wrap it up. Keep it good and tight. Yeah, just wrap it up like that. And then double it, poke it through. Tighten that a little bit. And then actually I don't have to connect and do any daisy chain. I just clip the carabiner and that little loop that I made there. And then it's nice. I can just clip that onto my saddle and then just as quick. Now, if I set it up like this, I was just thinking about it. All I have to do is remove this loop, and I could do that with like a couple fingers, and that falls out, and it's already set up for me to go. So, yeah, just be a little tip where you don't gotta spend as much time making stupid setups like I did, because I feel like I wasted a whole lot of time making goofy little setups. Like at one point I made the strap of plastic that you stick into the cut. That was one of my setups, and I had it to where it was they're called slides, and you just take a piece of plastic, and I found one that I cut out of a big lid to this barrel, and it had a lip onto it, and the lip makes it real nice because then it doesn't fall off. You don't lose it, but it's just too big and awkward, and you don't need that much surface area to get it to move on a salami cut. And I thought you did, but then after using this little pocket wedge, I quickly realized, oh, you don't. You just need. You could use something as simple as a piece of bark or a little bitty stick, and as long as you just keep the cut from pinching your saw, that's all that you need, and you can get movement, especially if you're finishing the cut in the direction that you want the piece to move, your chain's going to push it that way, and if you angle the cut enough, gravity's going to help you to get the rest of the movement. So, sorry for rambling there for about 30 seconds. I was trying to... Hang on. I didn't see. Give me just a second. My ADD is kicking in. Okay. Alright, so at Lumber Joe's, need to get hard hats. That's all I got to say about that. Get a damn hard hat. Stop looking like the local lawn guy. Alright? Especially if you want to be tree guys. Let me check something real quick before we do any more. You guys are crazy. Alright, let's keep going. Oh my god, I am one person in. And we are, oh my god, an hour and 10 minutes. Jesus. Oh, look at this. You see this? This is, you gonna tell me that, like, I'm outrageous for charging $4.99 for a damn live, or for my membership? This is just for the live feeds that we do every week. This is full. This is every episode. Every violation. This is paperwork. You got to keep this stuff. If I get called back for court cases, like, I have all the documentation right here. But don't sue me, Steve. Don't sue me. I don't want to have to, like, actually sue you and then, I don't know. Don't waste my fucking time. Yeah, that's what I got to say about that. Don't waste my fucking time. I don't have enough time to be wasting. What the? Bro, it's not cheetah print. Shit. It's kind of cheetah print, isn't it? Damn, it's called a puka pad, too. Yeah, I gotta get a different pad from now on. You're right. This one's sus. But you know what? I didn't let it define me, did I? I pretended to be a man the whole way through it. Okay. Alright. sucks. I didn't realize it. Yeah. Guilty of treason. $87 professional chainsaw. Okay. Alright, well. At any point, I can be corrected. I'm about to be mean, but it just is what it is. It is what it is. Alright, so, guilty of treason. $87 professional chainsaw. So if you remember back in the day, he's done these other videos where he finds these pink chainsaws. He finds the cheapest chainsaw, and he buys it just to use it, and then put it to the side. I don't really. He's tubing too hard. So right from the get-go, I gotta hit him with tubing too hard, because this shouldn't even be something you do. But I guess if you have expendable income and you just love to tube, this is what you do. So, remember, $87 professional chainsaw. Alright. The video starts, he shows you chainsaw. Okay, cool. He's reviewing the chainsaw. It costs $87, and it says professional on the bar. That part is sick. I like that. I wish I had that bar, but I think the rest of it you can keep. Here's where my issue comes in. This is the way I took it on the video. He fires River. Okay. So, I may have said that River, I may have called him Bubbles from the Trailer Park Boys. That's only when he's got a hard hat on. He looks like a completely different dude when he ain't got that damn hard hat on. But he seemed like a hard-ass worker. He was loyal and it seemed like he got his work done. Kind of was very quiet, kept to himself. When you needed that ground guy to hustle and work his ass off and you couldn't find anybody, this kid showed up, seemed like he kept his mouth shut, did his thing, worked his ass off. So, apparently River's loyalty and his hard work didn't help. Now, like I said, I can be corrected because I don't know the full backstory. This is my opinion. If you have $87, okay. Before I even do that, you let this dude go. Says it like it's no big deal. Says sometimes, you get more work than you can, so I had to let him go. Isaac knows the backstory. Yeah, but you know what? I can't. It's like, I don't know. Maybe there's more to it. But this is what you don't do. You don't make this asshole, inconsiderate joke where you say, with the money I saved letting River go, I'm able to buy this chainsaw. I've been River. Where maybe there's a lot more to it. I know, don't. Yeah, don't, dude. Don't. This is what I feel. This is simply my opinion. River doesn't climb. That's all I've noticed. Seems like he's damn good in any equipment you put him into. Maybe he's not the best with a chainsaw, maybe, because I didn't really see him using a chainsaw all that much, but works his ass off, seemed like, and kept to himself. Wasn't like a character, so maybe if your focus is tubing, maybe he's not the best guy to have around. But if your focus is working and getting it done, I don't understand where his loyalty and where he helped you in your downtime when things weren't the best for you, where you were having struggles, where you were almost being shut down, this kid stayed with you. And then I feel like what happened is, and I may be wrong. I've been wrong before. I'm probably going to be wrong here. I hope I'm wrong. This is what I hope I'm wrong 100%. But let me see here. Oh, what's up, Bert? Hebert? I feel like this is what I feel like. I feel like Sam showed up maybe originally, and maybe that wasn't the game plan, is to have Sam as a full-time employee, but he does hang around and he does stay. And then Jake decides to make a decision: who is more valuable to the team? And Sam, maybe, because it's not because of seniority. It can't be anything. I mean, River must be a complete asshole when he's not on camera, which I doubt. Or it boils down to he doesn't climb too. So Sam gets to stay. River's got to go. And it's basically explained as a money situation. It boils down to profits and money. So now, most of the time you can get one guy to climb for the team when they're doing jobs. Maybe one of them can climb. Then you have 3 climbers that are on the ground. That doesn't even include when River was there. 3 climbers that are on the ground watching 1 climber. So the need to have 3 climbers on the ground, to me, I don't think that would become priority. And the fact that, I don't know. I look at this as, there will be a day coming up where, and I hope this doesn't happen, but you're gonna wish this kid was still there. Because he did that aspect very good. Seemed like he did the groundwork, and if I'm a climber, I'm not wanting to stay on a team and be a ground guy all the time. So I'm just looking. Let's say I'm Sam. I'm the new guy on the crew, and I come in and I get hired, which I would get hired instantly. I would be lead instantly. Actually, he'd probably make me partner because of our back history and all the advice I've tried to give him along the way that he doesn't listen to. Pretty much I'd be partner. But I'm not staying there if I'm like always just the ground guy. I don't want to be the ground guy all the time. I want to climb. So what happens if, like, as this goes on, one of these climbers is like, yo, this is not fun, like, I want to climb. And there's not enough climbing here for me to even be able to climb. Or you're having to share it so much that you start to resent something. I don't know. I may be wrong completely, but I don't like the asshole joke where it's like, with the money I saved firing River, I could buy this chainsaw. That joke sucked. You ain't funny. That's not funny. Like, and for God's sake, I know funny. I'm funny here every weekend. Every Saturday, I'm hilarious. Also, I don't like that, like, hey, you use your platform for everything else. Maybe this all boils down to the backstory. Is River a complete dickhead? I don't think so. If he's not a dickhead, you shouldn't be a dickhead. You should maybe use your platform and all your connections to be like, hey, if River still wants to do tree work, that you can't find him a job? You can't point him in a direction to some other guy he could work with? I don't know. Like, and I don't know. I hope to God that River wasn't one of these people that contacted him through YouTube, which I think he was, and moved to him to work. I don't know the whole story, but I hope to God, like, I hope River just decided that he wanted to go do his own thing. And that's that, because if not, that's lame as fuck that this kid just got let go for no reason. All because you mismanaged your shit, and you need to have 50 trucks on site. As soon as the video starts, he's got to show me all 50 trucks. I don't give a damn about your trucks. I don't care what year they are. I don't care what kind of motor they got them. I don't care how fucking long they are. I don't care about none of that. Yeah, I don't care about that. I don't know. It's this is all weird to me. I don't like it. I'm offended for River, and I'm pissed off right now. But again, maybe River is just, maybe he's like a serial killer, closeted, like he's Dahmer. Maybe he's Dahmer. Let's say he could be Dahmer. I don't think so. I think he's a good boy. He's a nice young man, and I think he got done dirty, and that is my opinion, and that is now become the rumor on the internet that guilty of treason, was dirty, and basically peed in the river. Or fired river. Like, it's both wrong. They're both disgusting. So, yeah, you should use your platform and maybe hook him up with somebody that could give him a job. One of you tree guys out there, for God's sake, reach out to the kid if he wants work. That's lame as fuck if he don't have a job now just for no reason. I hope that this was something that was kind of eased into it, and not just this random thing where, hey, this other climber showed up, now I got too many guys, I'm about to let you go. Because if that's what happened, you're a dickhead. But, whatever. So they get started, they're doing a big leaf maple, and, oh yeah, and I also want to say, I swear to God, I will shut that company down if Isaac gets let go. That's it. I'm telling you right now, I'll shut the whole damn thing down if you fire Isaac. First of all, you got to do this, but you got to do the backflip, Isaac. We're going to get a raise. So probably not going to get a raise now. That's the problem. We had the backflip plan where we was going to do the backflip, then you was going to be the backflipper on the crew, because everybody's equal. I don't like this. Everyone's equal now. Everybody's a climber. So you do the backflip, okay? So when you do the backflip, you're the climber with the backflip. You know what I'm talking about? So, yeah, I don't know. Like, I swear, I will shut it down now. So, just tell him that. If that conversation would be like, dude, you don't want this headache. But, yeah. Yeah, don't fucking think about it, Jacob. And, you know what? Bring River back. So, the video gets started. They're doing a big leaf maple removal. Got 4 climbers, and there's just one guy in a bucket cutting. I kind of think that's stupid. You should have been making River like the bucket guy or something. I don't fucking know. I just don't like that he's gone now. And it wasn't like he was any part of the videos or nothing. But I like that he wasn't part of the videos. I like that he was quiet. I like that he didn't give a shit. Like, he did his thing, and that was it. So, I don't know. Maybe it doesn't pay to just be quiet all the time and just do your job. But they get started. Jacob starts rigging, and I would like to say that Jacob also kind of sucks at tip time. Why does everybody suck at tip time? Like, what? I put out a video. I taught you guys last week. Everybody should know how to tip tie now. And it's not good. It's not good. I don't like it. Like, every one of the limbs, like, got stuck on the lift or hit the lift or swung over his head. And, like, I don't know. He's not good at tip time. So, Don't get better. Be better. I would also like to say these shitty saws, these stupid chainsaws. I don't like those. That's dangerous. And yeah, they're shitty. When a saw doesn't have enough power and it's like inferior, that's when you're going to get yourself in a shitty situation or something bad's going to happen. So doing these videos, I think it's cringe. It's cringy to me. It is cringy to me. But whatever. Maybe people love chainsaw videos. I don't know. I don't like it. But I also think if you're gonna fuck up 50 times when you're using your stupid chainsaw, that I should be able to see this is falsifying evidence. You go wide angle lens every time you fuck up. No, I want to see the close up where you got hit and you maybe cried a little bit or you did a little whining. Just so many times. As soon as the cut was made, if for some reason it would go to the wide angle view from the ground where you can't see a damn thing. But the ones that didn't smash into the bucket or go the wrong way, you would get to see. Yeah, there was much less of the ones that you actually got to see because I feel like you suck at tip tying. Stop trying to tip tie. You're just not good at it. You're not good at it. You need to practice. So, yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like chainsaws. I don't like the wide angle lens. That just proved to me that you fucked up like 50 times because it was like a tell in poker. Like, if I have a shitty hand, and like every time I have a shitty hand, I'm like, that's what your little wide angle cut was. Every time it cut, you could still see that you fucked up. It's just, that tells me someone's like, there's an insecurity there. Or this like, I'm smarter than the viewer, I can trick them? I don't know. I don't like it. So if you're going to use stupid chainsaw, show when you fuck up using chainsaw. It's just dumb. Just dumb. I don't like. I also don't like that you pay a guy to hold his dick in a camera all day, but you can't pay River. That I don't like either. I don't like that at all. That's lame as shit. I'm not trying to pocket watch nobody else, but I'm just saying, like, you ripped fucking River's pockets off. So, like, I feel like I could say this. Somebody's got to. So, you pay, I guess his name's Aaron, and he just like holds a camera and he's like, hey, I'm tall. So maybe he gets better. I don't fucking know. It's not worth it though. And on top of that, you give away a 500i every day for 100 days. You know how much money that is? It's something like that. Maybe that's not exactly the way it is. But he's giving away a 500i is like $2,000. So you're going to give 10 500i's away. That's $20,000 fucking dollars. That's $20,000. But you fired River? I don't like this. I don't like this. I want more information from Jacob. Someone needs to answer. I need backstory. And this is not good. I don't like this. Let's hope. So, shout out to River. Hopefully he's good. Hopefully this wasn't painful for him. It's not a big life-altering situation. Hope he's able to find some work. And, like, yeah, hopefully he's good. So, shout out to River. And then I guess my last note that I have is, for God's sake, Isaac, when are you doing the backflip? So, we'll get that figured out. We'll work it in. I think your ankle probably sprained from practicing the backflip. That's cool. But lock it down, because at this rate, everybody's gonna get fired here in the next couple days, and the only thing it's gonna be back to him. I don't fucking know, man. I don't know what's going on. I don't like it though. But that's it for him. Yeah, I'm sick of talking about that. I don't like it though. Let's move on. Game of Trees. Don't listen to Tim. Tim don't know nothing. Dude, I'm so stoked. That's the only thing that's gonna bring me back to the channel. I'm out. No, because River's out. I feel like Randy is like not been feeling good. He's not like, I don't know. The vibe was off. Chainsaw ruined the vibe, and Jake ruined the vibe when he fucking fired River or something. I don't know. Something's going on. I don't like it. Yeah. Fix it. Get that backflip. You do the backflip, and Jake, I don't know what Jake's gonna do, but I hope Randy is like in a better mood and back to being funny Randy again, because he just like seems like he's like burnt or something, burnt out, like he's tired or not feeling good. So maybe it was just that video. So hopefully everybody's good. But most importantly, hopefully River's good. So Game of Trees. I put out a teaser video where I will be doing a full review of Game of Trees. And Officer Bourne kind of gives his 100% opinion on the video as it goes. Basically this, but with a visual. So, puts out a video. I didn't watch his long content videos. If I've seen him, I can't just watch him for an hour. Show me how to do a drop cut. He shows that every single fucking video, and I don't like that. It's not. I don't know with this guy. I don't know if some people may like teaching the same thing every single day. Like this is how you do this. This is how you do this. And they just repeat the same thing in every single video about the same thing, and I'm just like, this guy is crazy. I don't want to watch this no more. But he puts out a video. It says, "Never work alone," and then he tries to be kind of funny, and he puts little quotations, "unless you're me." No. So, there are guys out there that just put their shit out and they just want to entertain you. But that's not where Game of Trees falls in. He's here to show you his knowledge. He's made this very clear. He wants to show his superior intellect every time he gets on camera. He is here to influence you and sway you to do things in a certain way and by the book and perfect board certified master arborist. Okay, dumbass. You can't go and set a bad example and come off like a complete narcissist, but expect other people to do things a total different way. If it's not safe to work alone, it's not safe to work alone. That's it. So here's the way you do it. If you're going to work alone, I know you're fiending, man. I know you're almost withdrawing. You gotta make a video of this. Everything you do has to be recorded. People gotta see what you do every second of your life. No, they don't. If I'm about to do something that I know is not morally right, or if I'm doing something that I know is breaking rules, that's like, if even if let's say I'm trying to think of a good way to compare it. Like if you were somebody who drinks all the time, or let's say you got kids, and you fight with your wife all the time, but you don't fight in front of the kids. You guys go discuss it later on. But instead of you tell people don't fight in front of their kids, and all you do is fight in front of kids. Like that don't make any damn sense, man. It just doesn't. If you want people to do a certain thing, then maybe you should do that. If your whole image and your whole thing is about doing things correctly, how about instead of metaphorically smacking your wife and recording it and uploading it, you just don't record it. Have you ever thought about this? I know this is gonna blow some of y'all's minds. You don't have to record every dumbass thing that you do. That's why YouTube is a complete cesspool of just some of the shittest content, and it's just it's exhausting and boring. It sucks. So like, if it's not safe to work alone, and you're about to go work alone, you just don't record it. You just don't record it, because then you couldn't possibly influence someone to do something negative. Isn't this? I know this is probably blowing people's minds right now. You don't have to. Isn't it crazy? If you do something stupid, you just don't have to record it. And then if you accidentally recorded yourself doing something stupid or something immoral or something against the code or something that makes you look like a hypocrite, you can delete it. You don't have to upload it. You really don't have to. No one's going to give you a spanking. You're not going to get in trouble if you don't upload it. But what it is, you're fiending. You need the fix of like affirmation from these people that you don't know. God, I need these thumbs up. I gotta get these thumbs up. It's gross. And it's one of the main reasons I don't post my videos on YouTube anymore. I left them on my memberships. I get no views. I get absolutely no views. And I'm totally fine with that. It's not about those views. I'm entertaining the few that enjoy it. That's enough for me, and they're helping me out, knowing that like I put so much effort into it. So I don't know. It's 100% clout though, brother. It's just clout. My content is going to start reflecting this right to the entertainment. Hey, some guys could use a full overhaul on their channel. I don't think yours is anywhere near that, Tim. But yeah, I don't. It just, yeah. My mind's blown at some of the stupidity, you know. And then to get on there and be like, yeah. He even made a video to let you know after he worked by himself. And he's going to put out more videos from this. They just haven't been uploaded and edited yet. He's going to put out more videos where he tells you not to do the exact thing he does. I'm not that fucking dumb. Like, I have more self-respect than that. I'm not a fucking clown. I'm not getting on the internet, putting a red nose on and dancing like a fruitcake. I'm a man. I don't do that shit, dude. I don't do that shit. That's just weird. So, yeah, that's my opinion on that. Maybe it's a little harsh, but it is what it is. Stupidity gets views. Good morning from Finland. Oh, shoot. Really? Lazy Snake. Dude, that's wild. Really? Well, good morning. Hell, I'm just now getting ready to go to bed. Um, yeah, that's all I got from Game of Trees. Now, then, I'm going to tell you who told me to go to this channel. Now, some of you guys have YouTubers that you maybe don't get along with the best. And then there's some of you guys that, like, I can tell when you idolize someone, okay? I can tell when you basically are trying to imitate, emulate, and like cosplay as another YouTuber. So, what's up, CA? How are you? The next channel was, well, I mean, anytime I've ever said, hey, do you guys know any channels, other channels that would be worth talking about? Tim, make sure okay, I don't even know how I think somehow he's got my email, he's got like all my numbers, he sends me messages, emails, text messages, he calls me and leaves voicemails. He says, you gotta check out Daniel Murphy. And I'm like, who? He's like, you gotta check out Daniel. And I'm like, Daniel Murphy? Yeah, and I forgot, dude, I totally forgot about the letters. The letters are wild. Little pop-up cards that when you open them, a little stick figure of Daniel stands up, and it's like, look at me, look at me. And I'm like, no way, but he's like, you gotta check out Daniel. And I'm like, okay, I'll check him out, Tim. Sure thing. So, Daniel put out a video. It was called Throwing Everything to My Advantage, Falling a Backleaner. I would also like to point out that no one has broken the rule. And, you know, I think guilty of treason. I would ticket him for tubing too hard, just because I don't like it. But everyone has followed the rule on the title so far, and I like this. This is nice. Even Daniel followed the rule. So after I sift through all the emails, the messages, like Tim drew like with crowns, or maybe was it crowns, Crayolas, whatever, a picture of him and Daniel, and he's like, Tim plus Daniel equals friendship or something, with a little heart. There was a rainbow, and it looked like the way he ties in. But the video was called Throwing Everything into My Advantage, Falling a Backleaner. And I would just like to ticket Daniel for, hey bro, are you wearing Crocs? I need to know. The world wants to know. Are you wearing Crocs? Are you trying to do tree work in Crocs? I think he had Crocs on. Yeah, I think they were Crocs. You can't wear Crocs, dude. And if they weren't Crocs, my wife's got some of these little shoes where they slip on. What are hers called? Shit. What do they call them damn things? They got like the fuzzy boot. They got the cushiony insides. Damn, what are they called? Emus or something like that? I can't remember exactly what it was, but this guy had slippers on. It was that's gross. That's disgusting. That's disgusting. Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember that one, and you were like, "Hey, Daniel is the shit," and I remember that one. Yeah, that was gross though. That was disgusting. I remember that. That was crazy. Yeah, Daniel, for God's sake, if you're gonna wear Crocs, I think you should just wear high heels. I don't like it, but you should wear stilettos or something. Like, you can't wear Crocs, bro. What are you doing? I mean, I'm trying to shut it down quick because what Daniel does, Tim does right afterwards. Like so, with Tim, I I bet you right now in his cart on eBay there are Crocs. Don't buy them. First of all, don't buy them Crocs. Take them Crocs out. You don't need them Crocs. It's gonna be okay. I know they got them cool little medallion things where you can like put all different little characters and stuff like that on, but it's not worth it, bro. You're gonna get your toes smashed. And really, that's crazy. I don't understand why you send me all them messages then. That's crazy. I don't know. This is weird. But don't wear them shoes, Daniel. Take them. What are those? I don't like them, Daniel. Take them off. Don't. Actually, I don't want to see your damn feet either. But don't wear those. All right, where are we at? All right, we gotta hurry a little bit. At the Cajun Tree Cutter is the next channel we'll go to. At the Cajun, or it's just Cajun Tree Cutter. They put out a video that was like a pilot for a TV show maybe or something that was coming out. John, Jay, like Dan, Bert, we all know about the friendship between everybody. We always talk about it. We're always talking about it. I don't understand why those two are such, Daniel and Tim are such good friends, like, but whatever. But they put out a video, it was called The Cajun Tree Cutter Family at Its Best. Video was made 8 years ago for a network interview. Nope. That's too goddamn long. Nope. See, when I see the stupid shit, I shouldn't have to smoke so many cigarettes. My nerves are wrapped. This shit, we gotta clean this up. It can't be that long. You can't do that. Like, your title's too long, bro. Just make a shorter title. But, yeah, check out that video. They're like a family that does tree work. I imagine it's Cajun Tree Cutter. It's probably Louisiana area, somewhere down in there. They seem pretty entertaining to me. I respect the hillbilliness and the redneckness to it. The redneckedness. Is that a word? I feel sus for even saying it, but yeah, I'm tuned in. I'm subscribed. I'm curious. I want to see their content. Yeah. So go check them out. Next channel is at Sizemore Tree Works. And sucking cock. No. Okay. No, it's, what was the video called? Sucking. No. Oh, 2025. Okay, no. I got it now. Now, try again. The video was called Buckenstock 2025. And I'm like, that's awesome, man. So he went to Buckenstock and showed the video of Buckenstock, and he's absolutely fully stocked on Bucken now. So check out Sizemore. One thing I don't like in his video is that he's like, I really loved the get together and how inviting and accepting people were. To say something like that would be to say like other YouTubers haven't been accepting of you. And I take a little personal offense to that. I feel like there's been a ton of us YouTubers out there with much bigger platforms that have been very accommodating, nice, and accepting to Mr. Sizemore. I think almost everyone he's ever ran into, for the most part, it seems like would collab with him. When I ran into him, I feel like I couldn't have been any nicer, I don't think. It was humbling to have somebody say all the nice shit that he said. But, yeah. I felt like it was a little weird to be like, it was nice to be accepted, you know, because it's like almost insinuating the rest of YouTube world and us tree guys aren't accepting, but whatever. I don't, it is what it is. Maybe I'm looking into it too much, so he's fully stocked on bucking. 100%. Yeah. 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 Yikes. You know what I mean? Making a name. He's putting it. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. You ever had that? Well, I used to play music a lot. Like at one point, I signed a record contract with a band that I was with. Not a big record, that's very small for a private label, but I played in a lot of different bands. And you ever have that chick that like, she maybe starts with like, she starts dating the like bass player, and then she moves up, and then she like gets with the drummer, and somehow she manages to like slide in with the guitar player. Or maybe she started with like the sound tech dude, but like you guys know what I'm trying to say. But hey, I don't need to say it. All right. Hey, you gotta make a name. You just gotta go get it, I guess. I don't know, man. I would prefer to make my name on my own, doing my own thing, and have all the gratitude and like satisfaction of knowing you did it yourself without any help. But yeah, or just ride as many coattails as you can. I don't fucking know, man. It is what it is. Alright, new channel. Rooted Arborist. Yeah, I was with you, Ground. Yeah, that's right. When I was walking with you, I ran into him. Yeah, you're right. I don't know. Like, that's like saying, I don't know. Like, that's where I'm like, damn, where do you get that other guys weren't nice to you? Like, I don't know. But Rooted Arborist put out a video, dangerous dead tree removal over the power lines, backyard precision rigging. No, you get one fucking sentence. Like, this is absolutely ridiculous. I'm not going to keep doing this. The title's too long. Tubing too hard. Ticket. Alright? The video opens up, and this... What's the deal with you, with big dudes talking like a baby? I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I feel like this is like some form of sex trafficking or something. Like, I'm probably going to get my video flagged for just saying it one time. I shouldn't have said that. But I don't like it. I don't like when you have a beard and you're all big and shit, and then you talk to the camera like a little baby. I can't even do it. It doesn't... It's not... Stop doing it. Stop doing it. I don't like this. You weirded me out at the beginning of your video. You talked in like a baby for the longest time, and I almost shut that shit off because you creeped me out, you weirded me out, and you just like... I don't like it. I don't like it. Don't do it no more. Next, I just wanted to know, like, the way the video was edited, it was very, like, ADHD, and like, I couldn't focus on nothing. It was so chaotic. But, I don't know, maybe it'll grow on me. I'll keep watching. We'll see. There's just some... Maybe I don't get it yet. Maybe I'm gonna watch next week. We'll see how it goes from there, and I'll let you know what I think about it. I'm not even going to do any more on this, but check their channel out, Rooted Arborist. They seem like they got a pretty good production going on with the way they film stuff, and it's kind of, you know, it's entertaining. For God's sake, stop with this baby talk. Sizemore does that stuff too. Y'all gotta stop that shit. It's just weird. There's no reason to talk like a baby. Or, I think you should have to talk like a baby non-stop. You should always talk like a baby. So I can just unsubscribe. Next, Brandon, Rusty's Tree Care, put out a video called Zero Rigging. I mean, Brandon is just, he's just like, get down to the point. He may be, I don't know, he's kind of got he's got resting bitch face. I have that same thing. We're similar. We both have resting bitch face, where we just kind of look like we're always pissy, even when we're not. But video jumps in straight into action. Towards the end of the video, he does kind of do an overview and an explanation. But yeah, check him out. That's Brandon, Rusty's Tree Care. Next channel is Tree Climber Harry. He does a rescue mission of a pet bird stuck in a tree. I think what I have wrote down is I think he should change the title to Endangered Species Rescue, because it turned out this like cockatoo or something that he ended up rescuing that was up in the tree was like an endangered species or something. But really cool video. He ended up, it looked like God knows how many he climbed off of camera. He climbed up 3 or 4 trees before his GoPro battery actually died. Before it was all said and done, he would go up in the top of those big mountain ash, it would fly off. After he'd almost catch it, it would fly off, climb another tree, fly off, climb another tree. And he was just spurring his way up these things. He wasn't rope walking and setting ropes. And so, yeah, go check his video out. Animal rescue stuff, if you've ever done it, is always chaotic. And Jay Takeoff? Oh, shit. Well, right on, brother. Hey, thanks for hanging out, Jay. We appreciate you. Have a good night, brother, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have a safe work week. So, yeah, animal rescue is always interesting. I got lied to one time and was told that someone's house cat was stuck up in a tree and that it was an emergency. And I go to drive out. It's way outside of town. And I'm driving out, and as I'm getting there, and I'm going through a national park to get there, I thought that was kind of weird. And I was like, this doesn't look like a house. It's just straight off of a road, looks like a field. As we're pulling up, it says, this was fun. It says, aviation, remote control, something to do with remote control airplanes. And I'm like, what the hell? What was that sign? That was weird. I've never seen that before. But at the time, I'm not thinking anything of it. I'm like, I'm going to go rescue this cat. I got there, and the guy lied to me. He needed me to rescue his airplane out of the top of the tree. And he thought that I wouldn't show up as quick. Or he thought I would show up quicker if I knew it was a living thing. This was his excuse. And he's like, I didn't know if you would do it. I don't understand why he lied. But, yeah, I ended up getting this massive airplane that was like, the wingspan was about 6 foot. It was a huge, like, remote control airplane. But, yeah, I ended up rescuing that. And, yeah, I kind of made the dude feel like shit. But he deserved it. He deserved it. He should have lied to me, jerk. Alright, Lawrence Schultz, 3000. Put out a video, what am I doing and why? This is my absolute favorite series that I watch on YouTube. It is no nonsense. It's not fancy editing. It's not flashy visuals. It's informational. It's educational. And there's no clout crimes ever. It's content with a purpose. Like, but it's not even so much to entertain. He gets down to what am I doing and why am I doing it? That's it. And I think the reason for him doing these is because of the chaos of all the other bullshit that gets put into videos, when all you really need to know is, what am I doing? Why am I doing it? Then you can have an understanding. All the other stuff is just to overstimulate the mind at times, I feel like. I don't know, but I enjoy Lawrence's videos. Go check that stuff out. That's Lawrence Schultz 3000, and the video was, what am I doing and why? Next, Veterans Tree Service. We're about done. I'm trying to rush through it. But, alright, Tim. Worst timing for gale force wind to roll in. I don't know who the hell Gale is, but whatever. Whatever, dude. I don't know what that means. So, probably the best intro I've ever seen on any of Tim's video, right here. Like, this may end up being like one of my favorite videos that he's ever did. It starts out with a little snatch, and he's like, what's up, YouTube? A little snatch here. And that warmed my heart. When he introduced himself as Little Snatch, that made me feel a way. You know what I mean? I liked it. I liked it. Yeah, I like that. I like that. So, you know, I think all the videos should start that way. He's my new favorite climber now. So, Jake is my new favorite climber. He climbed in this video. And if that is legit, if that's only like his 5th or 6th climb, homie is killing it. I think he's good as hell. So, yeah, I don't. Jake's the man. He's my new favorite climber. Now, here's the issue we run into. Here's the issue we run into. Jake, even though this is just his 5th or 6th climb, seems like a pretty big dude. He's comfortable with himself now, and I like that. When he was like, hey YouTube, this little snatch, it just felt right. It just felt right. But, you know, he's 5 or 6 climbs in. He's learning. And you have to take into account that he's being taught by a complete rookie. So, this is important to talk about. You know, let's say you had twins, and that would be like the one baby trying to teach the other baby how to talk. I don't think that, I don't know, I don't even know how that, I don't even know if you can do that. I don't. But you have to take into account that this guy is learning from a guy that don't know anything. They're like, I mean, he knows a couple things, maybe. He knows a couple things. But, I mean, I feel like Jake, that's like, he's starting off on the wrong foot. Like, he's got an unfair advantage. It's not fair. All you guys are learning from people that got all this experience. They got like all this knowledge, and like Tim's got he's got more than one 500i. You know? I don't know. But then, okay, so, okay. Then, this is the best video he's ever put out. I just now remember. Alright, you have to, the episode, history. Okay. History's made. It was made in this right here. Like, this is a must see. This is like, this is game changing. There's incredibly important. The most important words spoken on YouTube. Straight, just facts. 100%. Like, wham, bam, right in your face, right at the beginning of the video. I like this. The video started with the little snatch. I like that. And then he's climbing, and Tim's like, you know, he tells a little joke. He's like, "You're being taught by the best." Okay, it's not funny. It's kind of, it's not funny. Yeah, well, it's not true. It's funny though. Yeah, it's funny, but not true. Okay, but then he lets the world. I'm telling you guys, I'll give you the timestamp. 1 minute to 1 minute and 50 seconds. You don't have to watch it. Watch the intro. The intro is sick. Little snatch comes in, hits you with a little snatch. I like that. You only got to watch this 50 seconds. From 1 minute to 1 minute and 50 seconds. No truer words have ever been spoken. It is almost like the day the Constitution was wrote. The Bill of Rights was like established. This is real life shit with no nonsense, all straight facts. He just straight tells you how it is. Now, some of you guys may not, maybe you're not going to like it, but this is facts. You got to see this shit. And I'm not even going to let you in on it. Check it out, though. 1 minute to 1 minute 50 seconds. The video, I remember the one where Gale was there. So the wind rolled in when Gale came by or something. Worst timing. Alright. So then Tim told the joke. Okay. And then they get to discussing after that monumental moment that was at 1 minute to 1 minute 50 seconds. Then, you know, there's the rest of the video, which, I mean, if you're not doing nothing, you need to watch something. You can watch the rest of it. You gotta watch out 50 seconds there, but I'll figure out a way to clip that shit. So they get to talking about your handsaw, silky bites, and Tim says, you know, he'd been hit with the silky, and I don't know if any of you, there's like a rite of passage. You have to, anytime you go get a new handsaw, you always cut yourself. It's almost to the point when you buy it, you should just walk out of the store and just get it over with, because you're gonna cut yourself. Tim said he got himself pretty good at one point, so they were talking about that. It was nice to see Jake just be able to just chill and have a conversation with you from up in the trees, getting comfortable. I like it. Tim talks about, yeah, I didn't know that old Jacob, guilty of treason, was a serial rapist. I don't know about that stuff. That stuff's weird. But okay, so the groundwork, during this video, the roles got reversed. Little snatch is up in the tree, big snatch is on the ground, fat snatch, whatever. But Tim's on the ground and Jake's up in the tree. They switch roles, but the groundwork was just going too slow. It was just, Jake's killing it up here, and Tim's down here. I don't even know what he's doing. I don't know what this guy's doing. But Jake is like, dude, why is it going so slow down there? And I was thinking the same thing. Yeah, and then, you know, he's starting to notice how slow the groundwork's going. So you could see he's like, man, I probably should just switch Tim out now that I've done all the hard work. Let him do the easy stuff so I can go down there and actually get us caught up, or we're never going to get to go home. So I feel like Jake Little Snatch, he decided to take one for the team, and he once again his back is probably sore from carrying Tim all the time, but he's a big guy. I think he's gonna be okay. His back will get better. But when he is yeah, when his big ass when he calls himself Little Snatch, and he's all big and shit, that's the best. I can't like I instantly like start laughing. Like it's I dig it. Um, I have wrote down never sing again, Tim. My dog started howling. Yeah, you upset. You hurt my dog's ears. I don't like that. Um, I have wrote Jake got mad, had to get down and clean everything up and switch Tim out. Uh, I think. Oh yeah, he said something about he felt bad for Tim. Tim was down on the ground crying. It's too hard or something. They edited that part out, but just know it was in the long cut video, the raw video. Um, then this lady drove by, and she was like, "Hey, what's up?" And Little Snatch is like, "What's up?" And she's like, "You guys do that tree work? You make them cuts? You do that stuff?" And he's like, "Yeah, what's up?" And she's like, "You're manly." I just want to point out that she only told Lil Snatch he was manly. I don't... There's a reason she didn't say, tell that guy up there he's also manly. Lil Snatch, and he should have. He should have introduced himself. That's Tim. I'm Lil Snatch. And just to see how... I would like to see how that interaction goes. Maybe I'm the only one. But, yeah. Then Tim did the little bit that was left over after... Basically, after Lil Snatch slaved over, did everything, Tim, Monday morning quarterback style, come rolling in, was like, yo, look at me, and took all the credit. It's just... I don't know. I don't know where I'm at, Ground Pounder. Alright, let's finish this up. JLM Tree Service put out massive oak tree removal. High climbing, big cuts, huge drops. That's a ticket for tubing too hard. I don't like it. Title's too damn long. But all in all, the video was pretty good. It was a small, healthy oak tree in the middle of a field. So, yeah, take that for whatever it is. August Haneke put out Why Do I Do This? And he also put out Clue Log Grab Greatest Grapple in the Galaxy. Yeah, in the video, I think it was the Why Do I Do This? He was being micromanaged by this caregiver who's like taking care of one of his elderly customers. So she's like outside trying to... I hate that shit. This is the way it works for me. Your ass gonna stay inside. I don't do this shit where I get up and you can tell me what to do as I go. Like, oh, let's do that. I don't do that. No. You will see me come down so damn fast. I don't do that shit. You ain't micromanaging me. I'll leave. I don't give a damn. And also in one of the videos, he was showing his daughter how to climb. All in all, that's awesome. Like, it just reminds me of being a kid and my dad showing me. So, yeah. Shout out to August. Hope his daughter enjoys the whole process. She's got a pretty good teacher. Don't tell him I said that. Alright. West Coast Saws put out Cannon Bar Factory Tour. Bert's Custom Cuts put out loads of logs and camping firewood. More is better. Bert's always putting out videos on the reg, so if you like tree content, firewood content, shit like that, go check Bert out. Ground Pounder, I don't even think I got a chance to make it to a single live feed. I need to go check the bell. I think maybe my bell isn't on anymore. because I see your live feeds after they're done. I don't get notified at the beginning though. But yeah, Ground Pounders put out videos. Zach Riggs put out a massively challenging driveway project. Jeff Schroeder put out dialing in the tip tie method. Big Oak, and he also put out Big Oak through a metal roof. Tim, you can tell me all you want that I didn't offend homeboy, but he is still yet to answer any of my comments or even acknowledge them. So, well, some people got thin skin or something. I don't know. I don't really give a damn though. I'll stop being nice and I'll start getting rude. But last channel, Super Shay, who is one of our guys. Shout out to Super Shay. Peter is awesome. He has been putting out content a little more regularly. He put out Climber vs. Bucket Truck, day 1. And then he also put out day 2, Bucket Can't Reach. They ended up doing these 2 gnarly live oak trees. So check out Peter's channel. He puts out good content. The video where there is a lift in the video and the guy falls the tree and it goes backwards and onto the house. That video that I put out that has a green lift in the video, that is actually from Peter Shay, from Super Shay. That come from his channel. His customer, he was working for the guy, the homeowner, and while they were working, another dude was across the street. They were in the back, and the homeowner recorded it right across the street as they were working or something. So that's where that video came from. And that was not, he fell it on the house because it was scheduled to be demolished. That was a freshly finished home, and that was a fucking fool pretending to be a tree guy, and I would lay money on it. There was a slanted ass back cut. So, yeah, you should. Everybody should go try the slanted back cut. Yeah. So, or don't. Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it. I don't know. It's getting spicy. Slant cuts for life? Right on. Alright, well, I mean, okay, if I'm telling the truth, I'm being honest, like, straight up, I'm sick of you guys. Alright? I don't want to talk to you guys no more. Everyone is on my nerves. You guys all are getting on my nerves now. I don't want to do this no more. I hate this. I don't ever want to do this again. This was not fun. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have a safe work week. Appreciate you guys giving me your time. Have a good one, alright? See ya.